Hello and welcome to my channel, Super Sam 7. This video is just gonna have like no script, just me pausing and talking, pausing and talking. This is a brand new Goosebumps review and it is on Goosebumps Horrorland number 13 called When the Ghost Dog Howls. This starts off very different than the first, let's say, arc of Goosebumps Horrorland, issues 1 through 12, because it starts off in Horrorland and it ends kind of going back to Horrorland in a way. So it starts out with these two kids, Andy, the main character, and Marie, and they go to Horrorland just for fun, and they encounter this crazy clown. There's this horror show that they get dragged into, but was really another scare for them. And they find this shop called the Chiller's House or something like that, and they buy this one wishbone, or not wishbone, this one tooth that supposedly grants wishes by this creepy guy called Johnathan Chiller, and he sends them home. They basically go to Horrorland, buy a gift, and the main big story starts later. And the ghost dog tooth, that's basically what it is. The legend is some guy wished for it, and the dog wanted his tooth back. So this dog right here, you see on the front cover, kills the guy. And the tooth actually grants full on 100% real wishes. It's not just the, big coincidences. There's a real wish that happens when he uses the tooth. But every time he uses it, it gives out some sort of signal for where the tooth is. So the ghost dog comes and gets closer and closer. When he catches up, he's gonna kill them. Well, they keep doing it, and the ghost dog does appear, but they just give him his tooth back, and he goes away. Kind of anticlimactic, but I gotta say, this one part of the book for like a multitude of chapters, like at least over 10 pages, was a waste of time because it all happened in a dream, and it was really annoying. But it was kind of a good twist when it came to his cousin Maureen. So what happens is he gets shocked because he uses the tooth when it's wet. You're not supposed to do that, otherwise you'll get hurt. And she takes the tooth from him and makes him wake up and think he's gone crazy because she says, "Oh, I have the tooth. I bought the tooth. It's mine." And she uses it to use a bunch of wishes, which eventually does bring the ghost dog to them. So I thought it was something of a good trick. And at the end, when he uses his neighbor's new dog, or I think his new neighbor got a new dog or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And he paints the dog blue to scare her to admitting that he has the tooth, but it was actually a real ghost dog. That was kind of weird. So, I mean, it's kind of funny, but weird. And then they turn invisible. And in this book, when you turn invisible, you can go through walls and solid objects. Okay. Anything else? I guess the biggest part about this, I should have opened with this because probably the biggest thing is this is with the exception of spin-offs, the 100th main series Goosebumps book ever written. Yep, this is Goosebumps number 100. At one point, just for fun, it's kind of a reference to an older Goosebumps book called The Beast from the East, where Andy's parents are playing Scrabble, and the dad claims there is no such word as Flag, but Flag was the name of one of the beasts in that book. Anyway, at the very end, he looks at his package that had the dog tooth in it, and something, goes all dizzy with him, and he ends up back in the Chiller House all the way in Horrorland. And that's the ending of this book, leading to the next book, which will have, if I remember right, each book does also have brand new characters, and so on and so forth. This book was not as bad as I remembered it. I've only read it once before, and I thought it was so boring. Just the cover is not intriguing to me, but it was a fun read, I would say. A lot better than I thought at first. So that's what happened. Those are my thoughts on everything. Thank you, and have a good one.